Titans and New Orleans Saints is next up. And I think, we talk about the Cardinals Commanders being garbage. We talk about the Panthers Falcons being garbage other than it being a divisional game. The last one, interesting. I think this one falls right in the average category for me.
Yeah.
Both teams I'm not really interested in, but there's a couple of players that I think, could shine.
Sure.
I'm going to start with the Tennessee Titans. And to me, the team I always doubt, Mike, I always doubt going into every year is Baltimore. I don't know why, but every year I go, okay, Baltimore is not going to be as good as they were last year, or they're not going to be a playoff team. And Baltimore just outperforms me, usually, not last year. Mm-hmm. The Titans are that team for me this year. The Titans are that team that I'm not high on. I don't see what is appealing about the Tennessee Titans. Other than DeAndre Hopkins, you're not going to convince me of much. Derrick Henry continues to get older. Tannehill continues to suck. And on defense, they're getting younger. They got McCreary at corner, and, they got a couple of young guys on the defensive line. Jeffrey Simmons is a name, that really stands out to me. They play in a weak division, so I think that could help them. But overall, I'm not high on the Titans. Give us your look on the Saints.
Well, how do we look at the Saints? How do I look at the Saints? Other than...
The uniforms are pretty.
I like the uniforms. I just got one of their jerseys. I traded it not too long ago. So other than that little factoid, I think that Derek Carr is going to ramp up the defense.
Interesting. You think he's going to throw a lot of picks?
I think what
think he's going to be a big addition?
I think Derek Carr is going to be. I've been a Derek Carr fan. I think that he's a decently, slightly above average quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback, but I think he's
maybe he can be with the right coaching.
I think
and with the right weapons.
I think that with the right weapons, as you say, he can be a guy to get you there, but not over the hump.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got issues with Michael Thomas, right?
Damar Hamlin died and came back before Michael Thomas came back.
So, was it
that joke it's almost as classic as the John Cena joke by now.
Yeah, right. It is. I like it. Wasn't it? Oh man, you made me lose my train of thought on that one.
Made of glass, Michael Thomas. But to me, the Saints.
Oh, McCaffrey. I was going to say, it wasn't a McCaffrey joke. I was expecting a McCaffrey joke because wasn't he got injured sitting on the toilet or something?
Paraphrasing, of course. McCaffrey gets hurt, but he's he's a smaller guy, and
absolutely,
and he was healthy last year. So I guess you can talk about that. But to me, the Saints' major problem is on defense. I don't see talent there. I really don't. And they play again a weak division, the NFC South, possibly the worst division in football, especially this year. Look at that: Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Bucks. Who is going to make the playoffs? They're going to be one and done.
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness.
It's probably going to be the Saints.
Yeah. By default, right? Just because Carr joined it. It's
just because of that. But hey, if Bryce Young, if Desmond Ridder, if somebody performs out of this world, I think they can take it from them.
Yeah.
I was still torn on this going into talking about this Titans and Saints game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the Saints, mainly for the fact they're the home team. I will tell you the reason I want to pick the Titans is because they have a better head coach. Okay. Vrabel's better than Allen any day, Dennis Allen, But I'm going to take the Saints. I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to take the Saints.
You're going to regret it, and I was going to pick them just because of Carr. So.
Okay. So you're going to go the Saints?
I'm going to go the Saints. I'm not going to vary from that one.
Okay. That surprises me a little bit because I think that one could possibly be a coin flip as well.
I don't know. Henry's still kind of scary. He's a big dude, man.
He
is.
I think this game can
still
go either way.
I think he can still lay a beating on you. It's not going to be
It's not going to be easy. Low scoring game.
It's going to be a low to mid scoring game.
The offenses just aren't enough. I mean, one of the guys we forgot to mention was Olave. What's Olave going to do with the Saints there at wide receiver 1,
Right.
I don't I don't think the Titans secondary is enough.
Yeah.
Wonder if Jimmy Graham's going to be a big guy.
I forgot to mention him. I wanted to mention him.
He's old,
but then I forgot his name.
He's old as dirt.
Yeah, it reminds you of Cole Beasley, don't it?
Not as much. He's way bigger than Cole Beasley.
I'm bigger than Cole Beasley, but
moving on to the Battle of Mediocrity is what I have titled this game. Divisional, of course. NFL loves their divisional matchups in week 1.
Yep.
Raiders and Broncos. Now, you said you haven't been on your phone today. I'm sure you have not heard this quote yet.
Nope.
From head coach of the Denver Broncos, Mr. Sean Payton. This is funny. You're gonna laugh.
It wasn't about a bounty, was it?
No.
Okay.
He wasn't even a part of that. It was Rob Ryan and the defensive staff. He was just suspended because he was the head coach. The quote went something along the lines. I'm not gonna have it verbatim. It was to Russell Wilson, and he said, "You need to effing stop kissing babies and stop worrying about Russell Inc."
I did see that. I didn't know if that was a real quote.
I didn't know if it was real either. I saw it once and I was like, okay, this is just fake. Somebody's making it up. And then I kept scrolling and I saw it by a reputable source.
Oh, wow. That is such a... Good. I think that was the most thing that I saw get made fun of last year.
Yeah, it was Russell's inability to take football serious.
Every short was... Broncos country, let's ride.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you, Mike, before today, I was tempted to take the Denver Broncos in this game, but with that, I'm taking the Raiders, and I'm telling you that before we go over it, just because we're going to change it up a little bit here. But I think the Raiders, I don't think they're going to be a very good team. Jimmy Garoppolo for Derek Carr, you think about that, is that an upgrade? No, it's a downgrade. They have Josh Jacobs, who led the league in rushing last year, so he's going to continue to be good. The defensive line's good, but there's problems with Chandler Jones. I don't know if you saw that yesterday.
No.
Apparently, Chandler Jones does not want to play for Josh McDaniels. He was excused from practice today or yesterday, so I don't know if he's going to play, to be honest with you.
I did see that. He's probably not going to play. If you don't want to play for somebody and you've made up your mind, you're probably not going to play.
But I don't know. I don't know if they would be willing to move him.
Force a trade, or
he's old guy.
Maybe
but
he's just done then.
It's possible, but Denver is even more a question mark now than I thought, because I was ready. I wasn't ready to jump on Denver's bandwagon, but I was ready to talk about them being better. And now this news broke, and I'm back in the boat that I was last year immediately.
And I just am here to say that I told you that Russ was not going to have a good year again.
We don't know that yet. I'm not prepared to say that. I'm still not prepared to say it. I know you're not
prepared to say that, but
you're jumping the gun.
Am I?
Yeah.
You just told me that a head coach is calling a dude out in public
for kissing babies.
for quote kissing babies.
Maybe he's broken, Mike. Maybe Russell is broken, but maybe this quote here from Sean Payton gets his head out of the gutter and maybe he's fixed. But they also have to worry about the receivers, Mike. Tim Patrick, who tore his ACL last year, missed the entire year, was supposed to be a big player there in the slot. You know what happened this year? Tore his ACL again. He's going to miss the entire year. Jerry Jeudy, hurt as well. They have, I believe, a Mims starting at wide receiver. So I don't know. I think Sean Payton's a good head coach. But if Russell is the problem, it's going to be another tough year in Colorado.
His reign of terror is done. It's over.
You think he gets benched?
Possibility. It's a possibility.
So are you taking the Raiders?
I'm taking the Raiders.
Okay.
I can't see.
Both teams have issues. That's what it
of
seems
course.
like.
Yeah, I'm taking the Raiders on it. I like Jimmy G is not the quarterback that he was touted to be when he was in New England.
I mean, what was he, third round pick?
Yeah, but so what? Tom Brady was a 6th round pick.
I understand that.
That's not even remotely the point. He's just not. as good.
People have always thought he's been good. They've always seen his numbers and have seen good things.
He was in a good system under Tom Brady.
And he was in a good system in San Francisco as well.
He was in a good system with a quarterback guru.
But you got to figure, I mean, he's still got some weapons.
Now he's in dysfunctional
Vegas. But Devontae Adams, the possible number one receiver in the league, is going to help you out. F it, Devontae's down there somewhere. That's going to happen, you know?
Not when he's double teamed constantly.
Oh, he'll still catch it.
When he's your only weapon.
He'll still come down with it.
We'll see.
He'll still come down with it. That's not going to mean they're going to win. Hey, no. Raiders score 45-7, you know? So, moving on, though, to one of my favorite games of the week, and not because it's going to be close, but because I think it's not going to be close. The Eagles and New England Patriots. This game in Foxborough, I think it has the potential to be a blowout. I don't think New England can compete with what the Philadelphia Eagles are, which is a well-coached, talented team who made it all the way to the Super Bowl last year. And I just have a couple names here that I need to mention, and this is it. Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. I don't need to say anything else about the Philadelphia Eagles. I can say that, and that's their case.
I only want to ask one question, and you're not going to know the answer because you're never prepared for my randomness. When's the last time Bill Belichick was blown out?
Maybe by us. We beat them by 30.
Did we blow them out?
On like a Monday night at least a couple of years ago. I don't know exactly what their schedule looked like last year, but I'll bring it up while you talk.
It's just because it's real tough for me to see Belichick getting blown out with the coach that he is, the defensive mind that he has, the cheating mind that he has, whatever you want to call it.
What do you consider a blowout? How much? Is it like over 14?
I would say 14 or more. Okay. Maybe 20, maybe 17. Okay. At the most. So
last year, I mean, they were pretty competitive in most games. They lost to us 35-23. They had a blowout against the Lions. They won 29-0. They lost 37-26. So maybe you're right. Maybe the blowout isn't the word, but my point in potential blowout isn't just score related. It's the fact that the talent on the Philadelphia Eagles cannot be matched by the New England Patriots in any way, shape, or form.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. Even though I'm hoping to see that Jalen got better in the passing game this year, because he's let's face it, that's his weakness, is his pass game. His run game is out of this world. He's basically.
I don't know that you want to call his pass game a weakness, but
his weakness. I'm not saying he's like god awful. Obviously, he made his Super Bowl. He knows when to throw the ball, throw it away. He's a smart quarterback. I think he's got a lot of talent. I think he's up there in the obviously top 10.
Moving on to New England, did you see the report about Juju Smith-Schuster the other day?
Possibly, but remind me.
It was reported, I don't know exactly who the reporter was, but he has basically no ACL. And they're worried his knee could explode at any time. That's the quote. That's scary.
That is
scary. But other than Juju, there's not enough weapons for the Patriots on offense. Like, what is it? Hunter Henry at tight end. I can't even name the other receivers. That's a problem. When I can't name your receivers, you have a problem. And then quarterback, it's questionable. Mac Jones is just, honestly, he was talked about being moved, during the offseason, during the draft. It didn't happen. Yeah, I think this is his last year in New England.
He's going to get moved for backup money. That's all. That's really what he is a really good backup.
I think this is his last year in New England, and I think the Patriots are going to finish fourth in their division no matter what.
I agree.
And the Eagles are going to finish top 2. Whether you think they're going to be number 1 or number 2.
Yeah, again, easy game to pick, like you said. There's no way. There's no match.
There's
no match, and love to see it. I'm not
they deserve it.
They do. For all of the terror they've put us through.
Not even just us. Miami.
Everybody.
The Jets.
The whole league.
Everyone.
For 20 years,
except for
terrorized
Eli.
Everybody.
Did you see?
Did you
see the
Eli almost got me to buy a Giants jersey.
Did you see the all the stuff they've been doing about the script writers? They've been doing like a lot of like commercials and skits and stuff like that. They did one with Brady, and he's holding like a tablet, and it says, "Do you think the NFL is scripted?" And he says, "Do you think the NFL is scripted?" And he goes, "If the NFL was scripted, do you think I would have lost to Peyton's brother in the Super Bowl twice?"
I think I did see some of that. There's the good one that I saw was old school Dan Marino come out of retirement. All the old guys.
Was that one about script writing too?
No, I don't remember.
I think
if
that
it
was just a commercial.
I think that might have just been a commercial, but that commercial was hilarious.
I saw it.